Now I'm unmuted. You can tell it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I streamed regularly, so I'm trying to get that back to a normal routine. Now that I've got a new studio here set up, get some work done, all that jazz. To reset when I first got it started, so there's a chance that anybody who was in here for a second no longer in here. Oh, did I just get a follow? Hold on a second. Not telling me, not updating me with what's going on. YouTube, I'm guessing I'm not able to comment right now. You can comment on Twitch. I'm trying to figure out how to make that available. Not that I have like people lined up or anything. People just mean I've got a friend who's saying he can't comment on Twitch, on YouTube. Get this done at some point here. Is that my background? Found. I found that online. Pretty cool. I need to find the actual artist and tag that. See if I can find. Turn my sound down. Let's see if it lets me chat here. Okay, let me chat in there. Dustin, maybe it's just acting up on you. Anyhow, for our one viewer, welcome to the stream. It is Friday morning. We're gonna be doing this regularly in the mornings, I believe, throughout the week, and get this group going again. For a long time, I didn't have a studio that had internet that really worked. We tried several times, it just kept crashing, but here we are. With the actual internet, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and bump on over to a little work area here. Right, we do have ourselves an Angron. Hey, thank you for the follow. Since you're across speed, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh, it's a promo channel. Dang. That's cool though. Appreciate it. I'll take what I can get. All right. This is Mr. Angron. It took me about 2 hours to build him. I was sitting at the Applebee's bar last night building him, getting him ready. So it took 2 hours, but I had some distractions. So I probably could have done this much faster. But we didn't prime the base because I glued the base on separately. That way I can actually pull him off. Being that he has primer on him already, I'll be able to pop him off from the super glue in a armor will be left behind, and I can do the base, make the base separate from him. Something interesting I found while building this model was that this armor here and on the shoulders actually don't have to be part of the model. There's a lot of flesh. You can probably see right back. Let's see if he'll let me. Right back here on the shoulder. Come on, focus. Now back here on the shoulder, there's like a little spot, and let's just have my. Oh, it's still on focus. Yeah. Okay, so back here on the shoulder, there's a little, like what looks like a little metal dot back there. You can go without the armor. It's pretty cool. It's got like little spots that the armor sits into, and yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. It's kind of like Magnus. You can go without the armor if you wanted to. I was going to do that, and then I felt that you guys probably would want to see the armor on it, and I'll be selling this model I just painted, so probably. I figured it's probably best to go ahead and put that on there, so. Anyhow, we'll get this thing going. We get some records pulled up. We're going to start with pre-highlight. Go from there. Just want to get some good reference. So that, and I think this 40 minutes. I've got him. I like the GW 3D upgrading, but the actual they do those turn videos, not turn videos. What is it called? The image in GW where you can rotate 360. There you go. Yay! It's alright for some days. Okay, cool. I'm probably gonna do a pre-highlight and then go to a purple, to a red, to an orange on the flesh, more than likely. I'll still go ahead and highlight the wings too, because I'll come back probably with like a transparent purple and transparent black and work those up. I don't know. I'm not sure what all we're gonna do, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. So I taught some airbrush classes the other day, so just gonna make sure my pot is nice and clean, my brush is working right. Because I let some people use my brush in class. I just want to double check everything. Alright, anybody who's in chat, if you cannot hear me very well, please let me know. That way I can adjust a couple things if I need to. So I can adjust if I need to. The microphone's kind of far away compared to like if I was like a normal channel, right? So I think it'd be hard to hear. I'm going to throw a little bit of alcohol in there, blow it through. That's what I usually like to clean my pot out with, which I'm okay right now, but I just want to make sure that we're cool. All right, we're going to start with a Pro Acryl White. Oh, that's the glaze. Hold on. Watch out. Here we go. White. From Monument. All right. splattering, got a little bit of splattering. I probably should have soaked this tip before I done this. Just grab this. You can tip out real quick. Probably should have done that. But we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be just fine. We're gonna be just fine. Just trying to clean that tip real good before we splatter it everywhere. Alright, that'll work. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're going to go... This angle is what I want. I usually like to pre-highlight from with their face being the front, because I think anything else wouldn't make too much sense for the viewer looking at the model. So we're going to... I sure wish this chair was higher. Alright, here we go. I'm going to set it down. Work at a 45 here. The thing about the primer is that it tends to kind of light it, like gray out a little bit. After the first coat, it'll look really bright whenever you first lay it on. Then as you're working with it, it'll kind of gray out, so I'll come back and highlight some more where I want more brightness at. So right now we're just working with the body here. Martin, go ahead and get some on the weapon here. We got a little bit of splattering, but I'll be okay as I paint. We'll take care of that. Winged arm. Back there. A little bit on the back side of his sword here. Don't want to ruin my angle, so. Alright, let's. Alright, so I'll come back and do the exact opposite angle here. Tip. This airbrush here has seen better days. All kinds of boogers on it. And we'll probably do a lot of airbrushing on that on the swords to make it look hot, like heat. So I'm gonna go ahead and pre-highlight it where I like it. But you know, that could completely change as we go. Hey, Redbeats117, thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you. Couldn't say subscription or subscriber at the same time just then. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Today's my first day back doing this as a regular thing. I was saying at the beginning of the stream that I recently just got a new studio, got real internet out where I live in the country. It's just kind of tough to get good internet out there, and streams just weren't holding up. They kept crashing. So we're trying this here out now. So it's going to be a regular thing in the mornings, I do believe. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so here's what we got so far. Let's take a look. So we did our forward-facing pre-highlights, and then we worked around to the back side pre-highlights, and let's see what we're looking at. Obviously, we're going to do more, but I just want to kind of see what I'm looking at here, what I like. So, I'm going to soak this brush after this. You clean up real good. Okay, so we're going to come in from the front again. We're going to try to get back there to his metal loincloth. Try to throw a little bit of paint in there on that. Kind of give it a little bit, nothing too crazy because it is going to be dark inside there, but I want to go ahead and get something so that it's not looking like junk. It don't look like junk. All right. Well, we are getting to where I like it. All right, let's hit the wings here and see what we're looking at. And this is a lot of coverage here, so it's real easy to get carried away and blow out all my pre-highlight. I've also got the inside of the wings too, right? And I want to give them some sort of reflective light. So what we'll probably do is go ahead and hit this arm real quick. Just gentle, just gently. Arm. That over here. That's gonna work fine. Okay. What I'm gonna do is hit these wings from the inside before we do the outside. When I say inside, I mean the curve, inside curve. Like I said, we're gonna come back with some transparency over these wings. It's okay to go ahead and go up with it. What we'll do later, go up with the highlight. It's supposed to be a dark wing. The original heart is like a real dark blackish wing, like a blue fade, towards the end, bluish gray. But I'm not afraid to go dark with using the transparent paints. I do a pre-highlight, so I'm try to lightly through here and try to catch some ridges. We still want a really dramatic pre-highlight in here. If I'm filming frogs with me, I always come back in different colors, but I'm thinking purples and blues on the inside of that wing. All right, so here's what that wing's looking like. I don't want to get too crazy because I want it to be pretty dark up in there. It does have its own shadow cast over the top of it, so. Cool. Do I mumble too much? If there's anybody in chat that can tell me if I mumble a little bit too much. I'm from the south, so we do a lot of mumbling. Lots of mumbling. 1 second here, guys. All right. Like I said, we're going to paint this base completely separate from everything else, so that's why it's not primed or anything. I'm not worrying about that base right now. This has got definitely a harsher shadow than the other one would. We're just kind of grazing through here, slightly passing through. Trying to keep it more towards the spine, this arm spine, whatever the spines in a wing are. I don't know the anatomy of a wing, but. Alright. Yeah, let's take a look at this. A little bit of more fade in there. Alright, let's take a look at this, see what we're looking at. Big old wings. Cool. Alright. Now we're going to work towards the top of the wing here. Again, space is lined up right here, so we're going to work from this angle. Where with the sunlight coming from. So. Boy, this port tip is so dry. Note to self, soak my airbrush before I go live next time. You guys hear that? It's ASMR action. You may not be able to hear it. You may not be able to hear that cleaning going on. Every now and then, get rich. Gonna act up on you. Look at all that. Look at that. I love getting this close to the end of a pre-highlight. All right, let me clean this out real quick. I am going to leave him sitting right here while I clean this real fast. 4x4 brush. And thank you to everybody who's hanging out right now live. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice of you guys. Pretty nice of you guys to come in here and hang out with me. Live on both YouTube and Twitch right now. And this has been a long time coming, getting into this position to be able to stream like this, so Happy to be here. What I'm doing right now is run some alcohol through this, trying to loosen up any of these dried up paints from paint class I taught the other day. Taught my first airbrush class. That was pretty nice. A lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We painted Necrons. Showed them the basics of airbrush, what it takes to run it, kind of get over the fear of using your first airbrush. I find that's usually the problem, is that most people are just nervous and afraid to do it for the first time. And kind of the tricks to keep it comfortable so you don't feel like you're constantly working uphill with it. Because I remember the first time I started, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? Nothing works. It doesn't work for me. I can't have no airbrush. And then once I kind of took all the fear of it out, it just became easy. So, but every now and then this kind of thing happens, so it's inevitable, and it's my fault for neglecting it. So, all right, let's see what this does. Now that we've cleaned it out, ribbed it, I'm gonna scrub that tip one more time really quick here. I want to use in the tip of this though. I want to use this old dry brush here because I can get in there real good. I'm just going to kind of soak it in there for a second, twist it, pull the needle back, like so. And then we're just going to do this for a minute. The needle pulled back. I'm going to let the needle back in and twist that brush in there. Get it all cleaned up pretty good. That's why we're having so much spattering, is that needle has got probably a hook tip on it, so it's catching the paint as it comes out, causing it to splatter. So more than likely that's what's going on. More than likely that is what is going on. Alright, I'm going to throw alcohol through it one more time, just a little bit. Use isopropyl. What, 90%? Is that what it is? I believe it's 90%. Yeah, there we go. So fresh and so clean. Alright. On back to the Monument Pro Acryl Primer. I'm just gonna put enough in there to fill up the stem. Putting a lot right now. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta stop and take time to make a repair or clean, and then get back at it. If you don't and you continue to work with it, you'll probably just make a mess of things and upset yourself, and then be mad at yourself for what you've done. So, all right, so we're gonna go back and pre-hype the top of these wings now. And when you do this, you just kind of got to get in there and do it. There's not really... You kind of just do what feels natural and organic to you as you're doing it. You can go as high as you want, as low as you want, really. We just want a value, so we're trying to give that to us before we start painting. Even if we're not going to be painting super transparent, this at least gives me a guide as to what it is that I want to do with my paint, so that as me the viewer, or you the viewer, or anyone else at the table is looking at the model, that whenever I applied the paint, when I have applied that paint, it doesn't look junk, it doesn't feel unnatural. Looking at a model that makes you uncomfortable, not ideal. So we want to be able to communicate what we're trying to do with the paint, and it feel natural and comfortable to look at and easy on the eyes. So that's one of the reasons that we do the pre-highlight, not just for value and being transparent. Look at that, that's pretty cool. And we still have a pretty nice dark, could be darker, Some of the brushes still acting up, so my accuracy a little heavier here and here, so my accuracy was a little off because it was acting up on me. But so look from the back side, the bottom side, we're still super dark on the bottom side. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's jump over here on the other wing. Now this one's a little bit different because, like I said, we're sticking with that same angle. So let's just kind of see what feels comfortable as we're painting here. I'm gonna come down from the top. We're not gonna sit still in one place very long. We're just gonna keep moving. Yeah, good. I got a replacement needle sitting here I need to put on this thing. It's all hooky. All right. In here, you might be able to hear it spitting. All peppery. That's okay. We're gonna be just fine, just fine. All right, so you can see now it's talking about how the primers will kind of calm down. Now this one's a little darker than this one, about the same amount of paint, just about. But as this dries, it's going to kind of gray out a little bit. So I usually will come back one or two more times and add more pre-highlight to the areas that I like it. So let's go back to the face and add more to it. Come right down the center of the body here. Come back to his arm. Draw a line down his arm there. Come back to the weapon. That high spot there again. His shoulder a little bit. Other side. Come back to the knee. The tail. And I'm just trying to reinforce those areas that I like. I don't want to exaggerate some color in. Around, do the same thing on the back side here. Now, and the thing about the pre-highlight too, like I was saying earlier, there's a chance that, like on the weapon, we just may completely take all that out later on with color. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying the way it looks, so I want to stick with that. Now, I'm not going to put a second layer inside the wings right now. I'm going to keep it pretty much the way it is, because that's going to be darker. But, let's see, his flesh on that side. Let's go ahead and hit this arm just a little bit here. That way when we color the muscles here, it looks pretty good. Gently come in here, a little bit of color on it. Not crazy, because I don't want to ruin our pre-highlight. I'm gonna hit this ball a little bit too. Go ahead and get them some loving. I'm good with that. Okay. All right, we are getting there. Let's go ahead and go back to the wing here. And we're just going to kind of reinforce these raised areas here. Raised areas. And if you're not used to doing this, I would recommend grabbing yourself a model and just having fun with it doing this. Get you some contrast paints. Use some pre-highlights like this, the airbrush, or even with a dry brush, and just have some fun with it. Just kind of so you can get an idea of what it is that you're looking for, what you're trying to do, all that. So, all right, I am enjoying this. Now, with the way that I tend to do things, I'm not going to come back in and hit from this angle or pretty dark. This is how I like to paint, so I'm going to leave all that alone. Maybe if I want to do some OSL from underneath, I might come back and do something different, and that could happen on this job, on this paint job. I don't know what I want to do. We are pretty dark in some areas, but hey, what's up, No Mercy Mike? Very cool to see this process. Well, thank you. Hopefully you can take a little something from it. I will do some clips of it, put it on my YouTube shorts, so y'all can check that out too. So so this is what we're doing before we put any base coats down. I'm just trying to get an idea of what I want all my color to do. Like I was saying, even if we're not going to paint super transparent for the value to push through and filter over the top, in my lingo, I could be completely butchering this, guys. I'm in art school and I get the lingo wrong all the time. But even if we're not going to paint super transparent, like if we're doing our metallics and stuff on here, this still gives me an idea of what I think looks really cool and how I might want to paint, you know, a more harsh color over the top. It's just like a painting guide, paint by numbers kind of thing. So anyhow, we got him looking pretty good for pre-highlight. I think that we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of color. Let me clean my brush real quick, and then we will look at what colors. I think I'm going to start with a purple and work my way up to a red and an orange for his flesh. Store stuff as well, loving what you do. Probably stay with my eBay page though. Well, thank you for checking all that out, bud. Are you on PC or are you on like a phone app or tablet or whatever? Because if you're on PC, I forgot those. Okay, I forgot all those links are in there. Those are probably from like 4 years ago when I first streamed, 4 or 5 years ago, and I have no idea what they say anymore. So if it's trying to let you earn credit for watching, I don't really do that anymore because I don't really have anything to give away. I'm just trying to focus on painting and having fun. But yeah, obviously the store link still works, so that's good, and eBay and stuff. So I appreciate you checking that out. I just forgot about editing those. Today is our first day back to doing this on a regular basis, and we will probably be doing, it's 9:56 a.m. Eastern time where I'm at, so this will probably be around 8 a.m. 8:30ish Eastern is probably what time we'll start usually. So like I said before, guys, I'm just cleaning this brush out. I'm running alcohol through it. I'm trying to backwash it, get all the primer out of there. Primer dries really fast and tends to cake up real quick. So sometimes it can take a little extra time to clean that out and make sure you get it out. It hardens up because that's what it's designed to do. It is designed to harden up. Okay, cool. I think that got turned off. I tried to get that turned off anyways, so. Thank you, No Mercy Mike. So we are on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. That'll probably be what I usually do for fun to get things going. All right. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we have done our pre-highlight. We are now going to throw some color down. I believe we're going to start with a purple. I think a purple to red transition will be nice. We have a transparent purple that I really like. And we have our regular dark purple. That might be what I start with, is a dark purple. Let me think here what I want to do. Start with flesh. 0.35. That's too small. So I'm thinking that I'm actually going to start with this transparent purple. And I will be painting from underneath a little bit. So I think that this will help me out quite a bit without losing all of my darkness underneath. Let me see, hold on a second, let me see. These a little while ago and I had not gotten to really crack them open yet. I tell you what, look at this royal purple here. Let's check this out. Check out this royal purple, see what we're looking at. So this is the signature paints from Monument. They did 2 sets. Angron, Vince Ventruella. I didn't butcher that. Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, awesome to see that you carry Pro Acryl. A local store here carries it as well. I've been slowly picking up and adding them to my collection. Yeah, it's really good stuff. I mostly paint with Monument now. Between the price point and the amount of pigment you get in the paint, it's really nice. You can thin it down pretty far without breaking the paint. So I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, I just can't complain with that at all. I still have, you know, every now and then if I'm like in a rush or something, or if I don't want to put too much math into what I'm thinking about, I'll grab some of that there was music. I'll grab some of that contrast and I'll throw some leather on, some leather brown on something if I'm just trying to do a belt or some pouches real quick and don't want to get too wild with it. So but yeah, mostly this. I have a ton of scale 75, but I have not painted with it in quite a while, and it's good stuff. I just found myself complicating myself. I found myself being overcomplicated with the mediums or the vehicle of the pigment that is carried in. Feeling weird going back and forth between like a regular water-based acrylic to like a gel texture, which I really like. I would really like painting with it a lot. I can go super thin and get really cool results with it too, but find myself having problems mixing back and forth. But that's because I haven't been using them both back and forth very often, so we might get back to that at some point. But for now, this is going to work. I really like this royal purple and this dark magenta that's in here. So we're going to grab both of these, take a look at them. There's our dark magenta. There's a dark plum in there too that I like. What kinds of purples going on here? That. And there's our royal purple. All right, let's take a look at these. So I haven't got to use the Signature Series yet, obviously, just opened them for the first time. For any of those of you who may not be accustomed to acrylic paint from Monument, you do have to bust this seal. So we're gonna pull that out. And we're gonna keep that one in there. Sometimes this will come out and be stuck on top of that seal we just took off, but don't ever get rid of that. Always keep that, okay? Helps you keep from drying your paint out. So let's see what this purple looks like. Check that out. Yeah, that's a really nice purple. I like that. I look like I have a bruise now. Under my thumb. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Might be what we use. Check this out. Let's check out this dark magenta, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's super nice. It's really strong. Oh, this is a really cool color. Check this out. We may work up from a purple to this dark magenta. That is awesome. That's really cool. And then work our way up to some reds and oranges above that. So yeah, that might be what we do, guys. That might be what we do. That's really cool. That's pretty cool. Now, here's the thing about doing this too, is that if we accidentally blow too much paint over onto something we don't like, we can come back, blow it black, we can pre-highlight it again and start over. It's not that big of a deal. We have silly putty in case that happens. This is what I use for masking material. It's great. I mean, silicone, it doesn't really stick to much anything else but silicone for the most part. And when you're painting, sorry, my nails are dirty as hell, but I've been painting a lot, so my nails are all dirty. But I use this, so if we accidentally blow too much onto the wings and I want to start over, or get on the metal and I want to start over, we always can mask it off with this and repeat the process of using a black primer through an airbrush and then a pre-highlight white primer through an airbrush and rescue whatever got ruined. So don't ever be afraid to get in there and work with that. All right, so let's start with this royal purple. I had some pulled pork, smoked pulled pork this morning for breakfast, just by itself, and I am craving it again. So I look forward to that here in a bit. All right, so let's start with this royal purple, and we're going to take our airbrush here. Right now I'm using my Vallejo Flow Improver. What I like to do, yeah, I'm craving it too now. What I want to do here, guys, is I'm using these Iwata Neos. I like them because I can get them from Hobby Lobby. If I bust a needle, nozzle, or tip or whatever, I'm able to go same day to Hobby Lobby and get the part. If it's out, then I can, hey, a new follower. Hey, what's up, Ithamon? What's up, buddy? Thank you for the follow. What I'm able to do is go get new parts the same day from Hobby Lobby, and where I live, the 2 or 3 towns around me have Hobby Lobbies also. So in 20 minutes in any direction, I can go get, if they don't have it at one, I can go to the other one and get it from there. And that's why I use these. Now that being said, these pots do screw off and on. New subscribe. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Very much. Thank you. What's great about these stems is I can get in here and clean them real easy. Some of them are molded to the brush. Makes it a little more challenging. This is how I prefer to have it. And what we're gonna do, all that being said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill just the stem of this with Flow Improver. So just the stem there. See, that's filling up. I'm going nice and slow right now so you guys can see it. And my stem is filled. All right. Now, I have not used these signature paints yet, so I don't know how thin they really are. So we're just going to find out in real time here what they are like out naturally. I mean, we wiped it on my nail earlier, right? But we don't know what's going to happen when I throw it in with this. So I'm going to start off with just four drops of this. That's normally what I do. So let's do 4 drops. So I'll do a stem and then 4 drops of paint. 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of paint. And let's see what we are looking at here. Clean the tip off. Now, I do use one of these GW texture paddles. Right, and that's what I mix with. Okay. Mix, mix, mix. All right. Clean it. Now, I'm going to backwash it without splattering too much everywhere. Now we're going to throw some. There we go. That's so good. What I'm going to do here, guys, is we're going to use my thumb. Thank you for the cheer. What we're going to do is take the paint. We're going to blow it on my thumbnail because the thumbnail is the closest thing I have right here. I don't have like a spoon or anything, but it's like plastic, kind of like plastic, right? So that, look at that. I am not seeing any runs or anything like that. It's pretty easy to blow lightly and it'd be pretty transparent, it looks like. So we're going to rock and roll with that. It looks like 4 drops was fine. And let's start blowing some paint on this thing. All right, now we're going to be working at this angle from underneath mostly. Now we will come up onto the flesh, and I might get a wild hair just to go ahead and paint the whole piece of the flesh. Take a look here what I want to do. So let's start this back leg from underneath so we can see what this is going to look like. And we're going to stay pretty dark, just how I paint. So we're going to stay pretty dark under here. Try to stay controlled to where we're not blowing paint all over everything. Because we got a bunch of metal and stuff up here that we don't want to. Like I said, we can come back and clean up. It's okay if we get this in the places we don't want it. We can always come back and clean up. Yeah, this is nice, strong purple. Check that out. You can kind of start seeing it coming in. Them butt cheeks there. But with the airbrush, never stop moving. Always keep moving with it, or you will blow runs regardless. Or pile up way too much somewhere that you didn't want it. You know, number of different results that you were not looking for that will just slow you down in your creative process, causing you to lose your hobby interests or excitement about a project because you feel like you're beating your head against the wall. Mr. Ithmong, we are painting some models for him too, so we'll be streaming that soon. You guys have to forgive me on my focus here. Camera. Alright, yeah, this is looking pretty cool. Now, something to keep in mind when painting is that we are going to be going up to 11, down to 6, up to 13, down to 3. It's constantly back and forth. So don't feel like, oh my god, you know, if you see something and you're like, oh wow, that's too much, because you're going to come back and touch it again, and each time you touch it, it's going to change. So there is, regardless of who you are or what's going on, I don't know how I got. What is that? Did I somehow get super glue on that side of the... I have at some point gotten super glue all over that tail. It's okay, we'll work around it. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying now. Oh yeah, you're always gonna go through phases in the model looking like absolute hammer dog shit. and you're gonna be like, I hate it. I hate everything about it. I don't know what I'm doing. It sucks. It's not fun. And that's the normal feeling. Everybody that goes through that feeling on all projects at some point of the project. It's just part of it. Don't let that discourage you from what you were doing. Just keep moving forward with it. Do not stop moving forward with it. All right, let's go up on his ribs and his back here. Let's get some of that. And go up into his arm. Down paint. It's very barely letting the paint out of the needle. Just very gently. Here. Now I can tell you now, we are probably going to blow paint all over these wings, and that's okay. Because, like I said earlier, we have ways to work around that. So we get the results we're looking for. Okay? We can come back and clean it up and do it all. Now, another reason why we always keep moving with it is because if you stop, new cheer. Oh, hey, another cheer. Thank you. If you stop for a moment, you can create like a very like high spot in your model. You can create like a very hard highlight that you didn't want by accident, because it'll just sit there and push a bunch of paint onto it. So it goes from being, you know, pretty transparent to pretty opaque, and kind of ruin what you're trying to do, and then you're upset again. So we're always trying to mitigate getting frustrated, right? That's kind of the thing with all this is, the more frustrated you get, the less likely you are to enjoy what you're doing. We're gonna go ahead and blow purple into his, what looks like metal hair here. Those won't be purple later, but we're trying to get through because there is a pre-highlight that had laid down into the flesh behind this. We're just gonna paint right through it here. And we'll work that out as we go. We'll go ahead and paint his face. Really lightly, underneath and from above, his neck, real light here. We don't want to blow it out and lose all of our pre-highlight. Okay, let's focus before we move to the other side of the body. Let's focus on this side still. So he's got some flesh up under here. We're going to try to work up underneath there. Again, we got this metal. It's okay. Don't worry about that. We can come back and work on that later. Come back and work purple onto the bottom of his arms here. Got some flesh down in here by the cod piece, his loincloth. Got his ribs over here. Okay. Let's see where else we got going on here. We're just working on flesh right now, so we can come back later and block in any of these metal pieces or other organic pieces like leather, and redo those later. Got these big old metal thigh plates, so we're gonna leave those. All right, now he's got his arm, this corner in here. I'm gonna get some purple in there, just a little bit more here. Again, ignore the metal work. And let's see what else we're looking at here. This arm in here. Got some chest area. I'm not gonna worry about that. I want to leave that where it's at. No, we'll put a little bit of purple in there. Yeah, there we go. Get underneath this arm. Big models can be tricky. Any model can be tricky. All right. So we've still got plenty of paint in this pot. We got tons of paint in this pot. Now, what will happen is as we work down the pot towards the down through the stem and the pot there, like as it gets lower, it will become more and more thin and become more and more of the flow improver. And we will have to either reset the pot with more paint and flow improver or add some more paint to it. You just kind of have to keep an eye on it. It'll start blowing and turning in, it'll start running into the creases, kind of like a wash. So you just have to be careful about that. Just keep that in mind as you're working with it. Putting some purple in here on the arm. May not be purple when we're done with it, but we'll start with purple. All right, now we're gonna work this arm here. Like I said, we're just barely pulling the trigger back on this thing. I mean, it's like almost might as well not be pulling the trigger back. That's how light we are painting with it. That's simplified. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Yeah, very much. Thank y'all very much. All right, we're coming back with some purple on this ridge up here. Same thing with this one. Let's get this angle here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. All right. work on these hands here. Am I out of frame? No, we're good. Kind of put some purple in on that hand a little bit. Let's get a different angle here. Here we go. This hand here. All right, now let's go back to the tail and work on two. You buy for some product later? So we got this big shiny spot here. We're just going to work through that more as we go, because I don't know. I guess it spills paint with some. I guess I got some stuff on it. Glue. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at the model here to see what else is fish besides the tail. Besides the tail. The tail. Just doing their just making sure that I'm getting everything that needs to be fishy flesh. Cool. All right, so, well, you guys will see here in a second. Right now, I am just trying to get this purple on to be a base underneath everything. Gently get this purple on here. Without getting too weird with it. That feels like workout music. What's going on? This is a mental workout, but then we're going to look at some of what happened here with the pre-highlight when we put this color down, so you can see exactly why we did what we did and how we had went about it. Purple, purple, purple. It's on. You can come on by if you want. If you want to, you can just play this stream right here in the car on the way to the store. All right. All right, guys, we are almost done with our purple. We are almost done with our purple. So what we did was we came back and put this royal purple from Monument from Procreal on, and we are looking for this deep purple underneath. That's what I'm looking for. Now we do have a nice pretty purple on top, but most of that's probably gonna be gone. We're probably not gonna be purple on top. But what this can show you guys is why we do our pre-highlight. So you can see all the value in the muscle definition here is going from a dark to a light, very light purple. Just look at the tail. I mean, the tail says a lot. Just seeing the dark to the light, just from this side. Now let's flip it over. Same thing. Look at that transition back here. So that's why we do the pre-highlight, is so that we take all this value we created and essentially filter through the top of it with the color, so that you continue to see that depth. We can blow it out right now. We can throw paint on it right now and blow every bit of that out and lose all that, which is not what we want to do, but you can. Well, fair enough. It's fun, not bothering me while I'm streaming. Appreciate that. But I don't know how much longer I'm really gonna be going, to be honest, so feel free to head this way if you want. Yeah, so here's where it starts to get a little tricky. We've got these spines through the wings here, right? I really don't want to go blowing purple in there right now. I think we're going to leave it alone for now. If we allow that to just ride, then it may be something that I glaze with the paint. Maybe we just hand paint it. But right now I don't want to. Either that we can mask all that off and do each wing individually, or each section, like panel of wing individually. See, like we got some purple, like, you may not be able to see it too much. We got a little bit of purple here, but it's nothing really noticeable. It's going to take us it's just going to take time to mask each one of those spines off and go back with the black of the pre-highlight. It's going to take a lot of time. So I think we're going to let it ride for right now, and maybe come back and hand brush those and fade those by hand. And yeah, let's just let that ride for now. Let's let that ride. Okay, so we've got our purple. Now, I really like this magenta that we were looking at earlier. What a cool color, dark magenta. That's a really cool color. I think we're gonna go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and use this dark magenta. All right, let's clean the pot out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of the rest of this paint. So we've got a little bucket of water over here. I'm gonna submerge the brush, shake it around, get the most of the heavy loose stuff off. I'm gonna take this little dry brush that I've got, we're gonna clean it. Now guys, I am gonna put a camera over the top of this at some point so you guys can start seeing me clean how I do stuff. Right now I don't have one, so it's just gonna arrive now. Alright. Doing that. Think about on the thing here. Now here's what we have to do, guys. Whenever you're cleaning your brush, you have got to grab the end of it like we did earlier and backwash that back into there, okay? Now be careful, because we get throw paint everywhere if we're not careful. We're just trying to show or get loosen everything that's on that needle inside that nozzle right now, right? But we don't have to go to a full clean, because we're just going up to another color. It's like in the same family, you know, another purple essentially, right? So we can let the rest ride, and we cleared it out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw some alcohol in there, because that's what I like to do. Finish clearing it out. There's still a little bit of purple in there. I'm gonna go clear, but again, we don't have to go that clear with it. It's just a preference of mine, habit to keep cleaning. The more, for me, the more I clean and get, keep that, the more likely I am to clean. The less you clean, the less likely you are going to be habitually cleaning, and then you will end up with more problems with your brush and fogging up with stuff and I just try to constantly stay active with that so I'm not shortcutting myself and creating problems down the road. Okay, all right, so what we say earlier, we talked about how we're gonna take that stem and we're gonna fill it up. Let's fill that stem up. All right. And again, we're going to do 4 drops of paint. We're going to use this dark magenta from Pro-Acryl. One, two, three, 4 drops. Close it back up. Wipe it down. Stir the paint in the flow improver. Clean that stick off. Now I'm gonna make sure we clean out the outside of this pot here real quick. Okay, what a cool color. This is a cool color. All right, now we're gonna backwash it. And I'm just making sure it's all cleaned up. All right. Now, pull a little out. Now let's see what kind of consistency we're looking at here. Oh yeah, look at that, nice and thin. No runs, nice and thin. We're gonna use it, let's go. Do it. That's a pink, bro. It's all right. We'll make it happen, Captain. All right, so what I want to do is I don't want to go back in and ruin all the purple, dark purple we had done. So, and we may ruin this. We may go, holy crap, this is terrible. We'll find out. All right, let's start back here on the tail like before. Start blowing. Hold on a second. I done got a splattering on it. Pulled the paint right off, didn't it? Okay, we'll repair that. All right, so let's throw some of that on there. Yeah, cool. Cool color. That's a pretty cool color. Now we're getting a really nice fade on there. Put a little bit under here, not a whole lot. I don't want to ruin everything we did, so a little bit. We are going to come back with the reds and the oranges, but we just want to put some really cool colors down, cool transitions, fades, whatever you want to call it. Before we start putting the red down. All right. Now that's pretty cool. Back a little heavier. There we go. All right, now let's work up to his arm here. His muscles. We're just bringing that purple up to another level here with that magenta, that dark magenta. It's really cool, really cool. His hand here. is looking pretty good, guys. Woo, got a little hot in the face there, but it's alright. Stayed in there a little bit too long for what I wanted, but it's alright. It'll be fine. You know what we forgot to do earlier? And his hooves, the fleshy bits on the hooves there. So we're going to try to paint in that now with the dark magenta while we're still kind of low with our colors. Yeah, there we go. All right, now let's go over here. This foot. Yeah, cool. Now you're going to come back and add here and there, here and there, here and there. You're kind of going to go back and forth with stuff that you may have already painted twice. It's really normal. It's just very organic to kind of come and go where you've already been. If you feel like it's something you need to touch again, touch it. I mean, in worst case scenario, you're going to paint it black and start over again. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, let's see what we're looking at so far. I now need to come into the top and do the top still, but how cool it would be to come back with a blue and do blues with this guy. It would look really cool. Right. All right, we're looking good. All right, now let's take a look at that. Let's see what we're looking at. So we're still heavily purple, but that dark magenta has given us some more depth to what we're working with. We're about to move into a red, so a lot of that could disappear. So realistically, the camera angle that you guys see right now is what the model is going to look like on the table. So that's why we're painting at like a 45 constantly with the pre-highlights, and then coming and adding color where it makes sense, where you feel like it makes sense. This is what, you know, what it's going to look like. It's not going to look like this. You're not seeing the model like this. We were looking at it, right? Hey, what's up, Brown Iron Wolf? Are you here at the store right now? Or are you home right now? I'm not here, at home. Ithong. Okay. Oh, yeah, get that. Ithmong, I would like to see one with little pre-heresy still on the model. Tell me what you mean. Tell me what you mean. For the low price of $800, this could have a little pre-heresy on it for you. The low price. We're gonna come in and do some highlights on this purple here with that. Yeah. World Eaters. what was their pre-heresy colors? I don't know. Oh, blue and white. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Look at that, look at that. I ain't got no hair left. Look at that. Hair don't grow no more. All right, let's clean this pot out. We're gonna move the red. Yeah, that'd be cool. Wonder how I can incorporate that into his armor, because he is. So he's supposed. Oh no, I don't know about this one. I know Calbunda is supposed to get rules for all 3 games. From what I understand. My music, my music. There we go. Alright guys, we're gonna clean the pot out like we were seeing before. Don't have to get too wild with it. Rubber chick, that's cool. As long as it can cash, man, I don't care what it's made out of. We will do a digital deposit of with a photo only. He gets demonized early on? Okay, cool. So what, I have never actually looked him up to see what it looks like before demonization has occurred. Commenced. Alright. Alright, so we've got him looking pretty good. We've got a clean, fresh pot here. We're gonna go into a red. Now, my thing is, do I start with a nice strong red, or do I start with a, there's the transparent red, or do I start with a darker red? I'll be honest with you, I think that I'm gonna start with this bright ass red and go with it, because I think it'll be, with the purples underneath it, it'll darken pretty good in those strong purple areas and be brighter red in those light purple areas, which is what we want, right? We're still working with that value we originally created with the pre-highlight. So I think that's what the best choice would be, just go straight to red. Is there a dark red that I'm missing right now? Because I am... Maybe I could make it, but... Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. What did we say before? We said we do... fill the stem and do 4 drops. Alright, there we go. Stem. And 4 drops of red. R-E-D red. 1, 2, 3, and 4. With number 5 on top. Burnt red. Yeah, I agree. So we are going to work out to an orange. So I think that'll be a nice transit before this pot runs out, as we'll go ahead and throw a bunch of orange into it and then go to an orange. So yeah, I think you are on the money. We're gonna mix it. We're gonna mix it. Backwash. My needle's sticky. Not the needle, but the actual valve. Alright, we are blowing red, boys. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh yeah, not too wet, not too wet, we're good. Dark red, that's Pro Quill's dark red. It's the burnt red, that's right. That's right, that's right. You right, but immediately when you said burnt red, I was like, all right, now We're gonna say goodbye to all this purple probably. Let's see what we want to do here with this red. Let's see what happens. We could ruin the model right here. It could be all over, couldn't it? Yeah, let's see. Let's see what that red's gonna look like. Holy moly. This red with the purple is gonna be legit. Look at that. That's cool. That's cool right there. I don't care who you are. Alright. Here we go. That's there we go. Some red back there on the back of the tail. Look at that. Oh yeah. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, now we want to keep some of these transitions, so we don't want to get rid of all of our purple, but we're probably going to end up getting rid of a lot of it. We'll see what happens. Depends on how I feel as a painting. Put some red in back here. Back of the tail. Nice dark red back there. Alright. Here, go ahead and paint some red in this area. You just keep the brush moving, don't sit still. Don't sit still. You're gonna lose all that work you've been doing. That's, again, it's alright, we can come back and redo it all. We just don't want to redo it all. We want to try not to. Alright, now we're getting some cool effects. Let's check this out. So check that tail out. That's pretty cool. And what's gonna be cool is we'll come back with an orange. It's gonna come back even more. It's gonna be even crazier. Even crazier. I'm liking that. That's really cool. Those reds and magentas, purples in there. Yeah, that's really cool. Right. Now, let's come over here and just throw a little bit of red in there. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Legs, a little bit of red in there, not a whole lot. We don't want to blow out everything we've done. A little bit, nothing crazy. A little bit in these dark spots. A little bit, little bit, little bit. We want to do our due diligence at painting it, but we don't want to, because we don't want to neglect anything. We want to paint stuff, but we don't want to ruin cold transitions and fades and stuff that we've got going on. Just have to keep that in mind. So hit it and back off of it. Hit it and back off of it. See what you think about it. Look at those little feet, little dew claws. All right. Now that is looking really cool. All right, let's work on his leg here. We got a big highlight right here, so we're gonna get a lot of red on that, on top here. It deserves it, so we're gonna give it to it. He is a red demon. We want him to be a red demon, not a purple demon. We could make him a purple demon. We want to, in this paint job, we want to keep with the traditional colors that they have laid out for us in the artwork on the website. So that's what we're kind of working towards. A little bit of red, a little bit too much red just then, but it's okay. I'm going to keep it dark. We'll probably not do anything else anymore on the underside back here. These dark areas, we'll probably never touch those again. Those will probably stay the way they are. And right here on the back of this calf, we're looking pretty good. I think we're going to let that ride where it's at for right now. You can kind of see it between the wings there. And let's see. Let's work on his ribs and these back muscles here, okay? Now I'm probably going to hit just a little bit back here, dark area. Then we know that there's some red in there. And the back of his arm just a little bit, so we know there's some red in there. Right? And let's do back muscles. Now we can really start putting some red up here. All right, so we've got these high areas on the muscle that we want to hit with red. We don't want to lose our purple. We want to keep that red in there. So we're just going to focus on doing the muscles. You see that? But we don't want to blow runs. We keep the brush moving. Don't stop moving the brush. Really red one there. A really red one there. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Get some red up in there. Put it down there. Nothing crazy. We don't want to ruin it. We want to be careful. Move quickly. Don't sit. Don't sit still on it. All right, let's see what that looks like. Now check that out. You get a good focus on. There we go. As we turn the model, you kind of see the purples, the reds on there. Most of our reds will be coming from this angle, the viewing angle. Okay. We'll go ahead and do a little bit on top here. Working on the claws back here. We don't want to turn it pink. Just trying to be careful. And come over here. All right, let's see what we're looking at here now. Starting to get that red Demon Primarch, Demon Prince, Demon Primarch look. It's not red we wanted. But we ain't done. We ain't done with that red. We're gonna do some more. I mean, we want to get some red in there, right? We don't want to lose all of our hard work, but we want to get some actual red, some good red in there. We get the point across who he is, what he's all about. Got that corn rage. Go back to the tail, work some more red into the tail. Come back on this tail here, just more red up in there. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good. All right, let's start working on the other side of his body. Alright, let's go to his arm here, get some red going on in there. Get up in his winged arm. We want reds, let's get some red in there. We want red. Let's go. All right. We're making progress. We're making progress. Now this side is a little darker, so it's okay to be a little more purple because our sunlight's coming from this angle, right? So it's okay that this side is not going to be as vibrant red, right? It's going to be darker on this side. That's how we're doing our model. Even this tail is brighter on this side than it is on this side, right? But we're still got the red in there to work from the purple to the red before we go up to an orange. All right, now this side of his arm will definitely have a lot of red to it because it is directly in line with the sun. Alright, we're just gently fading this wing here to a purple. The spine on top of this wing. Alright, yeah, look at that. You know what, the color, let me turn this down a little bit because we're losing a lot of our color to the lighting, I believe. So let's darken this a little bit. Well, I need it so I can see though. Let's see, let me... Alright. Alright, so let's see here. Careful, let's be careful, let's be careful. Pusha. Pusha. Well, and these colors, like I was saying before, well, earlier when I was doing pre-highlight, I was explaining to people that these colors too, as they dry, they tend to gray out or lighten up a little bit. So, you know, you're constantly kind of coming back and hitting it. Also, as you stare at a different piece of art that you're painting somewhere else, when you come back and look at the other spot, it's going to look different too. So, than what it did previously, because what you were focused on before. So, now some of these places too, guys, we're going to throw some glazes on. It's like down in the recesses between his armor and his arm right here. You can't really see your angle, but I can see some lightness in there from the pre-highlight. I'm probably gonna come back in with some glaze and hit some of those contours just to darken them in and seal up the where the armor and the body meet. Inclusion is what they call that. So I'll probably paint some inclusion in there. So. Awesome. Fade a red into this side over here. All right, now let's go ahead and hit the top of these like we did on the other one. Where the claws are. Pusha, pusha, pusha. Yeah, you're right. Well, and cameras can sometimes alter the filters a bit. That's right. That's right. That's right. All right, now let's work on the face and the hands. We need those to be very red. Get the point across again. Let's tuck up in here. I know I got some skin in there. It's got a little bit of sun on it, so let's get some red, some dark red up in there. And let's get this dude. Let's get him. Let's get him. Now I'm going to set the model back down and work at a 45 right now, and then I'll show it to you guys, okay? So I want to get a nice fade with this red on him. I want it to be purple on the other side still. So yeah, okay. This is looking cool. This is looking cool. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's check this out. Let's see what it looks like on the camera. Let's see if we can get the focus. Now we've got a really cool. You know what? Let's go further. Let's go further. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's really cool. Okay, now I don't know if the camera can really pick it up very well, but we have a real, it's so foggy. It's real blurry. We have a very cool black to purple to magenta and red fade going on within the skin on his face. I get this to focus differently. Or is it because I have it in movie mode? Let's see. Can we get there? Can we get there? Can we get there? Come on. Gotta let me do it. So close. I think it's because of the lens I have on here. Well, that's a shame. Alright, you can kind of see it better that way when I zoom out a little bit. Alright. Now, we're going to come in with his hands here, make them red. Right on top of the knuckles. Yeah, at my old space, the camera sat a lot higher, so I didn't have any issues with this long lens on it making things look blurry. But I don't have my short lens on there, and let's just try it real quick. Let's see what happens. I mean, we're all here, right? We're already here. Let's see what happens if I swap the lens out real quick. Hopefully y'all won't see my feet. Change up the lens real quick, see what happens. It probably will cut me off for a second, not the stream, but it'll cut the camera off for a second. So let's give it just a moment, see what happens here. Oh, it's freaking out, bro. All right, now it's gonna go black. Just say yes. Alright, now let's take this cap off. Put this on here. Whoa, there's my dirty feet. That's against Twitch policy, I do believe. Don't want no Twitch trouble, do we? I know that. Look at this big old mess I got. So I'll have to mount this higher later on. Bag. Then let's see if it'll get down in there. Hey, look at there. Except that it won't go any closer. Close as it'll go. That kind of sucks. I'm just gonna have to raise this camera mount somehow. Anyhow, let's see if you guys can see it now. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Get that out. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, now we have worked up to our red. Let's go ahead and work it to our orange now, okay? More pipe. We need more pipe. I'm gonna rinse that out. We're just gonna reset the pot here. Mostly, not fully. All right, see, we've still got a little bit of red in there, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Now what's cool sometimes, guys, is you can work up and up and up. Like I said before, you might take it to 11 or 12 and then bring that back down, and that's okay. And what you can do is glaze back down and then come back and do some edge highlighting, that kind of thing. Let us grab our orange. Straight orange from Procreate. Straight orange. All right, like before, we're gonna fill this, the stem. Now oranges and yellows, things like that can tend to be a little more thin. So we'll start with 4 drops, mix it up, and then we'll see if that's gonna be enough or not. Let me shake the paint first, right? All right. One, two, three, 4. Tell you what, let's go ahead and do 5. Let's see. All right, there we go. Full drop. There's like a half drop in there, so. Okay. Let's start with that. All right, we're gonna backwash it with this red. Now, I think it would behoove us to go ahead and put 2 drops of red in here. Let's do 1 drop red. One big old drop. Oh, 2. Oh well. We did 2. Let's do 2 drops. Let's mix that up and see what we're looking at. It's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. We'll have to back it back up to orange again. All right, let's do 1 drop of orange. Like a baby drop. That's all right. You know what? There we go. Now it's a full drop. Drop a flow improver. Mix it up. That is red as hell. But you know what? I think I like it. I think it's gonna be a nice accent. It's still very orange. I think next to him, this is gonna be a nice color on there. So we got this nice burnt reddish orange. And let's take a look at the model here and see what we want to do. Okay. start with tail, as we have been. Alright. Here's the thing, we can get pastel looking real fast if we're not careful. Okay, so we want to be kind of gentle about what we do here, ginger about it. Just kind of take our time, work around it. We don't want to lose all of our reds to it. Okay. Alright, let's let that calm down, see what it looks like. Just doing high areas with it. Doing high areas, but that's it. Okay. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. We don't want to lose all of our red. Okay. Very gentle. And get that demon skin to pop out a little bit more, that's all. Very gentle. Without turning it into a pastel. We got about 15 minutes, guys, and then we're gonna call it. Okay, we can get a little more. We can get a little more orange up here because we are where the sun's hitting. So we can do a little bit more there. A little bit more on here, on the top of the, in there. Yeah, there we go. We're getting that demon Primarch looking skin that we see in the artwork. All right, let's get just the knuckles. Yeah, there we go. Nice transition on the knuckles. Now we'll do this knuckle. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, now we're going to leave the feet. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do just a tiny bit on the feet because it is towards the front where the sunlight's hitting it direct. Not the feet, but the dew claw area there. Okay. Do want to see that represented in the model. Okay. And we are going to hit this calf back here just a little bit. Just a little bit here. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We'll hit just back this foot just a little. All right. Just a little bit. All right, now let's hit this tricep just a tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're going to come back here, the back. We're going to hit these spots here a little bit. Get back to our demon flesh. Gently, 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 gently. Probably leave the other 4 alone. They are down deeper in there. Yep. All right, we got some really cool transitions on that. All right, let's go. Let's work our way to the face now. Now we're going to be very subtle, and we're stick right down the middle of the body line of his face there. Such a good sculpt on his face. All right, let's see what we're looking at. Yeah. I'm talking about. Hit a horn. If I hit a horn right on the face, yes. What a cool transition. All right, now let's check this out, guys. Look at his face. Now, it may be a little hard to see. There we go. Look at that. Look at that face. Face only a mama could love. Got all those cool colors in you. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. All right. We are going to call it here. Now, before I go, I'm going to talk about a couple things. I'm going to clean my airbrush out. And that will be all of our base coats for today. But like I said, I will talk about a couple of things before I go. Let me just clean this pot out real quick so that I know we're good to rock and roll next time I pick it up. Always clean it. When you're done with the session, you have got to clean this brush top to bottom. You've got to. There's no shortcutting it. If you don't, you're going to be pissed off that you had made that choice later on. And we streamed about 2 hours and 5 minutes so far, so that's been a good stream today. Good stream. 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 Good. Like I said, guys, I'll get this palette cam set up soon so you guys can see me mix paint as I go, what I do as I'm trying to paint. You kind of get an idea. It's 10 ways to skin a cat. So at the end of the day, as long as you're getting the results you want, that's what matters. That is what matters. All right, so we've got it cleaned out pretty good. We're almost blowing clear. But what I like to do, let me clean the tip out real quick. Use a toothbrush on that. Get up in there. Try not to destroy that needle. So make sure that needle's pulled back while you're getting aggressive in there. All right, let's dry that out. All that out. Okay. All right, now what I like to do, guys, is take this alcohol and I'm just going to run it through. I want to know for sure that I'm blowing clear and that it's getting all, it's just the alcohol will eat at all the little bit of residue that's left in there, and we are good. Get all this dry stuff out of the top. You don't want to leave any dry stuff in there because it'll make its way down to the nozzle and clog it. All right, that's that. So appreciate you guys coming out. It looks like we'll probably be streaming in the mornings. I know I've talked about this a little bit. This is my first full session back in. Probably 8:30 in the mornings. Somewhere in there. Just depends on what I got after dropping the kid off at school, what day of the week it is, that kind of thing. Just kind of keep an eye out for that. I'm on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. So you can follow either way there. I'm gonna try to do some clips of this and post it to YouTube later today. And that's where I'll try to do my announcements at, or on the shorts there, so that people can catch those and know what I have going on and when I have it going on. But today, just to go over what we did our pre-highlight today with the Monument white primer, the Pro Acryl, and all we painted today was with Pro Acryl. And then we worked our way up from this. The signature royal purple was what we started with for underneath. Okay. Then we worked our way up to this dark magenta. Okay. Then we came back and we started working from the top down with our Pyrrole red, and we tried to just kind of transition that skin into more of the traditional Corn Demon skin. And then we came back with that orange you saw there towards the end, and we mixed it up to make kind of a pretty cool burnt but brighter burnt orange. And we used that to really kind of bring it up to that next level of paint. So anyhow, that being said, this was what we ended up with. I really like it. I think it's looking really cool. Let's get a nice picture here. How about that? How about that? How about that for the that'll be our still shot for the thumbnail. How about that? All right, so so that's what we did today, guys. I'm gonna bounce it over to this other camera. Oh, camera real quick. Sorry, I'm sure that was loud. And here we go. There we go. Awesome. So that was it. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks really cool. Look, it's like the size of my head almost. It's a really nice model. I don't have another Marine here to show it with, but this was a fun kit. Like I said, it took me about 2 hours to build the kit. But I mean, I was distracted. I was at the restaurant, right? I was sitting at the bar, Applebee's, and I built that. So, sponsored by Applebee's, not really, but that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, and like I said before, we're gonna do this base separately. So I primed everything and then super glued it to this base so that it would pop off, and they'll leave the primer behind so I can remove it from the model, and then we'll paint all this separately and then merge the two together. This will be for sale once it's finished. So if anybody's interested in continuing to watch, make sure you hit follow or subscribe on YouTube so you can see when I go live next. Which, if it's not going to be this weekend, it'll probably be Monday morning if I don't do anything this weekend on it. I just don't know yet. But I think that we got a really good start on this. I believe that we'll start working on metals next. I don't know what the hell I want to do. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I don't know if we're going to cheat or if we're going to... Oh no, we'll just have to figure it out. So we'll probably do a lot of airbrush metal on this, and probably do just mask it off with silicone putty and silly putty, and just go with that. And then of course we're probably going to do the heated weapons and airbrush those, but those will be towards the end. And I may even wait till the base is finished before I do the weapons. That way, if I get really cool overspray onto the base, it'll look like the base is glowing. That might be what we do. So anyhow, thank you again, everybody, for hanging out this morning. I really appreciate it. We got some more followers, a couple new subscribers today. First day back feels really good. Expect to see me Monday morning. And if you don't hear from me, send me a message on Twitch and YouTube or whatever, and be like, hey bro, what's up? Let's do this thing. Because the more encouragement I have from you guys, the better I feel, and the more I get done, because I don't get much done unless I got a camera on it. So I learned how I am. So anyhow, all that being said, I appreciate you guys, and we will see you all Monday. Have a good weekend. You know what? I forgot. We could raid somebody, can't we? I haven't done this in so long. Is that what we want to do? We want to go back to this right here so you can see me and we can raid somebody? Do you guys see anybody on right now that we should raid? Because I totally forgot about we do that on Twitch. I forgot we can do that. Thank you, No Mercy Mike. Who's on today? Have a great Friday. You guys see anybody on right now? Let's go to Warhammer here.
Yeah,
see.
Here. But,
Tabletop Miniatures. Let's raid him. This will be funny. I haven't talked to Mike in a while. I don't know what he's been up to. I'll holler at him. Commercial.
Do your tax.
So. Tabletop Minions. That's it. That's who we need to. That's who we'll do for now. Raid. Top Minions. Does that work? Did I do it right? Tabletop. Tabletop minions. Oh well. Oh well. Oh look, it's working now.
They want to start selling those for $45, though. I'm just not buying it anymore. Especially when they have other models in that line, like, you know, the
Yay,
single
let's
model
go.
kind of clamshell thing that sell for $16 or $17. It's ridiculous. So, ICV2 is a solid trade industry resource. Yes, it is. Been subscribed to their emails since my Scry days. Yep. First time catching you live on Twitch. Well, howdy. Even though I don't play war games currently, I very much enjoy your content. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You don't play war games, but you're Primarch Gilliman. I mean, I'm just saying. You should probably, you know, maybe be picking up some Ultramarines, but, you know, it's up to you. But we're glad to have you here. Even with import cost, I wonder why the markup is so high. Yeah, I don't know. 6% price hike on most of their stuff. Like, not books, from what I understand, not paints, and not, like, starter kits. But a lot of the other stuff, yeah. I think what's going on in the indie scene is kind of indicative of the response from